DeAndre Carter back deep for Houston. Butker, one of the best in the business. And he's not going to allow a return. Mike Pennell starts for Chris Jones on that defense, and Duke Johnson's in for the first play, not Carlos Hyde. Quick throw over to Hopkins, and he gets his hands on the ball. They'll run it with Hyde, and he's held to 2. Fuller lined up off the left side, and they are able to get it to him.
Around the line of scrimmage when he's out there.
They average almost 6 points more per game when he's up. And now on first down, going underneath to Hyde, and he's held to a 2-yard gain. Trying to go with this young franchise to a place has never been. Here is on second down to give to Hyde, and he tries to stretch it out. He's about a... They'll try to get it up top. They'll go deep, wide open is Stills, and no one near him for a Houston touchdown on the opening drive. 54 yards, Watson to Kenny Stills. Someone lost him, and the Texans strike just 3 minutes into the game.
Good job of Bill O'Brien. So watch, on the snap, you're going to fake a bubble outside, and you get the whole defense right there to look down, and they're like going. And you see Stills fakes like he's going to block, and they all buy it. And that's been in really your responsibilities to cover your guy.
Extra point, Fairbairn is good. Watson 4 for 4.
Balanced, and that's really what Houston wanted by taking that ball first, Jim. Get points on the board.
Fairbairn's kick angled to the far side to the 5, and Hardman, the Pro Bowl returner for the AFC, is contained. And now here he goes with his first snap of the postseason this year. Give to Williams, Damian Williams. Tyreek Hill had a couple of touchdown catches in the game against Houston back in October, and it looks like a pre-snap call. Yep, it's coming here. Shawn Hochuli.
Ball start. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And that really gave them a chance.
Here's 2nd and 12. And again, they go underneath. It'll be about 3rd and 5 or 6. Conley ends up with the football, but the whistle blew. They're down after a gain of 6. Quarter against Buffalo that created the spark, and then Deshaun Watson, as he says, provided the fire. And that come from behind. One timeout called by Mahomes.
Timeout. Kansas City. They're first.
What Tennessee's done, and I think that's played out that way over and over again.
3rd and 6 from the 25. Pass dropped by Kelsey. Would have had the first down. So quick work for the Chief offense. 3 and out. Colquitt is blocked, and it's picked up by the Texans to run it in for the touchdown. It's Lonnie Johnson with the recovery. Up the ramp he goes, and the Texans stunning everyone here in Kansas City in the opening minutes.
Well, we just talk about how big that 3rd down drop was. Go 52 right up the middle, gets that hand with great effort, and this stadium is stunned. Johnson runs it back in.
Colquitt, the longtime veteran, 15 years in the league. He had 1 punt block this year, is at New England, but it was Ming. 2 touchdowns in under 2 minutes. And just like that, it's 14-0 Houston.
A special teams play can determine a football game, and Brad Seeley had his team ready.
Hardman this time from the 1. And again, limited options out near the 19. Huge play puts Mahomes and the Chiefs down by 2 touchdowns 5 minutes into the game. And here he rifles it, pulled down by Hill. Williams the running back. Sherman the fullback offset, and they'll go on the ground. Williams, no gain. They rush for only 53 yards, win that comeback win against the Bills. 2nd and 10. Over to Kelsey. Stiff arm and a first down.
You see also, we talked about Watt. Houston, Watt's not on the field. It's first down. You'll see him in obvious passing situations.
Chasing after Mahomes. He flips it. incomplete.
Get tougher. Like in this right now, 14-0. This team can come back. We know they're explosive, but they're tougher mentally, I think. And that has a way of showing in games.
Nursing a sore hamstring. 3rd and 5. Dropped again. If this time it's Robinson. Carter back deep for Houston. He'll step up, fair catch it at the 15.
You're going to see Kansas City get softer, I think, after giving up a big play.
Here's the toss. Duke Johnson, he's still not down. He just brushed aside a couple of defenders and picked up a first down. Now got to keep it. Got a block by Stills. And it's a good gain on first down.
Looking at all the other stuff.
Here's a 2nd and 3. Hyde has the football, and he finds a crease. And Houston has a 2nd first down. On
tough spot, we didn't tackle well, and before the end of the day, it's almost 200 yards rushing, and you lose.
Hyde again for another 4.
And it's looking.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Open. And falling ahead for another first down is Fuller.
You worry about them both.
On first down, play action. Watson's got the time and bails out at the last moment to Duke Johnson, who tries to get stretching out every inch he can.
Really, really good player about halfway through this year.
2nd and 11. Here comes the blitz. Going for Stills. And Breland on the cover. He's contributed in his couple of weeks of action here. Coming after Watson. Frank Clark has him with the sack back at around the 43.
Just a great design by Spagnuolo to fool Watson with the coverage, and Watson tries to run around and make a play, and Clark with great effort to just continue on the rush. And Kansas,
yep,
he puts him back there when it's important.
Big hang time. Ball is fumbled by Hill. Down at the 6 in a fight for the football.
I mean, how huge is this right here?
Here was Tyreek Hill, who had 1 punt return on the whole year, but Andy Reid and the Chiefs felt like, well, it's going to be Houston football.
Ball at the 1.
Keon Crossan makes the recovery. Traded this year from New England to the Texans. He played in that epic AFC title game last year, was on the field a lot. And 2-man coverage on Hill that restricted Hill to only 1 catch in that overtime game. And it's Crossan who comes up with the football 30. Watson still has it. He's going to run with it and get to about the 4 before.
Okay, we're going to stick with this play. We're good. We like it.
Out of the gun on 2nd and goal. Across the middle, and it's caught by Fells for the touchdown.
Oh my gosh, he called it, and right there, he was a power forward, Jim.
Yep.
And he goes stunned. Just watch him go right over the middle. You just throw it. He's just posting up half the time, and great job by your eyes, Watson, to hold the deep.
California at Irvine, the Anteaters, including 2nd team All Big West. And now posting up that Chiefs defense
in a football game.
Largest deficit of his professional career, his young career at that. But another mishandle. It's Hardman. Bought him some time, and he races out just past the 20. But
finish like that was at Russ. They played in week 17. They needed to win that game.
And that another drop, although that probably would have been.
You're like, we have to score on this drive. We're in the regular season. You're just like, we're going to play. We'll be fine. Now every play matters a ton.
And right through the hands of Robinson. And said, nobody thinks we can win. It was the first thing out of his mouth. Here's the 3rd and 10. Mahomes has the time to throw. Oh, what a hit. As Hill's unable to hold on. He was.
And he's right there when that throw comes in to break it up.
Colquitt back in that area where they blocked him earlier in this quarter. Carter fields it at the 38. And he's going to be right back to the 50. So another short field coming up for the Texans.
It's more of just a mental side. Just be who you are all year. You've dropped passes.
As Hyde, 2nd and 3, final seconds of the first quarter. As Hyde is going to be stopped just short of the first. The other 4 yards to Fells. Start the second with 3rd and 1. Watson's got a block from Hyde and is going to get the first down inside the Kansas City 40, but a marker is down. And the
Holding. Offense number 63. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Boy, did Kansas City.
Watson's pass, and it is caught for the first.
So watch the safety in the middle. Hopkins is one-on-one on the left side of your screen. That doesn't happen very often. And this throw is perfect. Down and away on the sideline, and Hopkins catches everything, and that is a catch.
And Hyde. First down at the Chiefs 39 is Johnson off of Sorensen, and Sorensen holds on. 2nd and 8. Pressure. Watson stands in there, and he guns it to Stills. They go with Hyde. Passanio got played twice in recent weeks, splitting. Here's a 2nd and 9. Watson flings it to Fells, and he can't make a clean handle.
I know they have firepower, but this is a daunting task already. They have to get off the field, Kansas City, on this 3rd down.
Timeout, Houston.
Timeout, Houston. They're first.
But now their defense must make a play.
Well, they know they're coming after him.
They protect Watson, give him all kinds of time. Over to Johnson, trying to find the marker, and he's just a little bit short.
Bill O'Brien's going for this.
Yes, he is. They bring in Taiwan Jones, field goal, and they better watch the play clock here as Watson's already burned 1 timeout on this drive.
You got to take a timeout. You cannot rush up and run a 4th and 1.
And now the timeout is called. Anger on the hold, and the kick is good.
Last time we talked about it, right? For the week 6.
39-48, just 12 seconds shy of a 40-minute domination. And a return coming. It's Hardman. Johnson has an angle on him. Did he step out? They don't say stepped out. He takes it another 20 yards, 57 yards.
What a job, and you can see why he's a Pro Bowler. He's got speed. They drafted him, thought it got a little bit of the Tyreek Hill stuff in him.
Oh, yeah.
And Hardman shows you right there. He steps out a little bit, but I tell you, they needed that for the energy of the.
First down from the Texans 42. Bacon to the line and the toss up top, and there is Kelsey. He won the matchup, and he takes it all the way down to about the 16. Pass caught on the run for the touchdown, Damian Williams. That's how fast they can do it. The big return, and 2 plays later, they find the end zone for the first time today.
Just watch. Little bump by Kelsey to get him open, and Williams gets the head around. Perfect throw. And Mahomes back shoulders it a little bit. And it's just a perfect play call by Andy Reid when they're pressuring up the middle. So much game left, especially after that quick drive.
Oh, it's so early. Still 10 minutes to go in the first half. Member of the Commissioners Chairman's Committee and part of the team that is involved in all those CBA negotiations last time and ongoing now. Go up the middle, and Hyde, and the pile is pushed for 5. 2nd and 5. And stopped right away by Suggs.
Could have been proven difficult for Houston to do the same thing.
3rd and 4, and the Texans. And they fake it. They snap it to Reed, and he is stopped by Sorensen.
Side of the field. Watch, reads one-on-one with the whole field, and you just have to make a little move. And I tell you,
I think that's what you said during the break. We're heading to Houston.
This game is never over. It's
First
too long.
and 10, going deep, and almost intercepted. As
if they'd have gone quick, it would have been an easy one.
Here's a 2nd and 10. Lonnie Johnson, by the way, back on the field for that Houston defense. And he was defending on that play, but he's going to get flagged.
When Johnson's not playing the football like that, any contact at all.
Defense number 32. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
You want to get your head around on that play so that you're playing football and not playing just that man.
Was he trying to there? And I agree, I think it's going to be called more likely, but was he trying to? Because if the head doesn't come around, it's obvious. But see him try and turn his head right there?
He is, though, but it's after he makes that contact and initiated contact.
From the 5. Rolling, Mahomes flings it, and it falls incomplete. Stacking 3 receivers to the right. Flings it, caught, touchdown, Kelsey.
You see how fired up? Well, he knows this start is the worst case scenario. Kelsey wins the matchup. Perfect throw. The finish. Controls the ball. Look at this little sidearm. Down and away. Lonnie Johnson with good coverage. But Kelsey's just a tough matchup. Here they come. They're pretty quick to strike, Jim.
That is as quick a strike as Butker attempts the extra point. Down to 10. Take advantage. It's been wild.
It's been wild.
Butker, this is going to be returned by Carter. Going to take it at the goal line. Ball's out and it's picked up in the air. It's picked up in the air and run all the way back by Darwin Thompson inside.
Carter brings this out and then pop, ball comes out.
It was Sorensen again, I believe. Sorensen, who was able to kill the fake punt. There he is.
Just an unbelievable sequence of what's just
from the 6. Back to Kelsey and ridden down this time.
Sure, but throwing it's going to be difficult.
2nd and goal. Here's the toss. Williams, Cunningham is there, and he loses 2.
You know, 3rd down, they're the #1 team, and
Houston's worst in the league on stopping 3rd down. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes to Kelsey, and another touchdown for Kansas City.
In this football game, Mahomes rolls out, feels the pressure, and then fires it back shoulder again to Kelsey, who does the matchup one-on-one. He's going to continue to make these guys feel like they're stopped, come back in, and then turn and get in the end zone. And remember that mental part we talked about, how when you're the heavy favorite, well, guess what? Houston's feeling that now, and it's going the other way.
3 touchdowns in 3.
It's starting to look like it. Something crazy is about to happen. Let's see.
That's a pretty safe bet on just about every other play. And now Watson from the gun. Gets it to Hopkins, who spins around past the defender. And takes it to the 35. Ball came out, but he was ruled down.
You could tell how important and just the nervousness that each side has had.
Watson keeps it. And he busts ahead and holds on to the football. Little jump pass to Hyde. And he's got Hyde bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Timeout, Houston.
Hey, I'm going back. And now you call plays based on what he's doing.
Tossing it back to Watson, who's able to fall on it. Fortunate to recover and survive to a 3rd and 12. Down the middle. Dropped. Hopkins. Hardman now slips back from the line. Runs back to make a play on it at the 10. Here's Hardman. Running laterally and out of bounds at the 10. Plus yards away. They've scored touchdown on drives almost 50% of the time as they go deep. And there is a flag generated on Johnson.
Pass interference. Defense number 32. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
You know, coming off the line, it's okay. It's right there. The hold as he does a little double move out and up. This is in man on their man.
Here's Mahomes' pass. Caught. Hill. Roby gets back on his feet and drags him. One more play before the 2-minute warning. Houston trying to bring a blitz, but it is picked up, and Mahomes has a whole world in front of him. Inside the 40 and stepping out at the Houston 33. Defense trying to come up with some answers before halftime. Here's a reverse and looking to pass off of it is Sammy Watkins. He got away from J.J. Watt, who's coming up. Just took the ball at the top.
This is a really important sequence right here.
Here's Mahomes. He's on target at the 20.
Nobody else beats you on this team.
Mahomes going to slide to the right. Gets away from J.J. Watt inside the 10 and out of bounds at the
football right here. They're not that team, but they should just to waste one more time on the clock.
Here's the pass wide of the mark to Williams.
So if you watch at the top of your screen, this guy's going to look where Tyreek Hill's going and help on him.
Here is Mahomes. He's got bodies on him, and again Robinson for the second. Kelsey on a wing off the right side, now moves to the left. Here's Mahomes looking. Open field for a moment. He may have been past the line of scrimmage. It's called a touchdown. I tell you, this is going to be close, Gene Steratore.
Back of his foot. Look at his left foot. That's what it's going to come down to. I think he's behind the line. It's not anything other than the whole body has to be
Let's
passed.
bring in Gene. Gene?
You're exactly right, Tony, and I think it's that left foot right when Patrick Mahomes releases the ball.
Under further review.
So again, the line of scrimmage was the 5.
Oh,
Keep the hand. It is inches.
it's close.
On the field, stands as called. It is a touchdown.
Makes it 28-24. Gene Steratore was close, but
I'm hitting you for the big play to extend the third down, the touchdown.
Butker keeps it on the ground. Gillespie falls on it, and the rookie is tumbled at the 23.
You need one play.
Watch Fuller at the top, the speedster. Breland on him. Watson heaves it. Hopkins has it at the Kansas.
Guarding Fuller because they thought Fuller.
Sack would be a killer for Houston. Watson somehow gets free and throws it. Watson. He's better look for a sideline. And he's going to set up Fairbairn from about. Fairbairn's kick, and it is going sideways right. The team that will host Tennessee next week, the winner of this one. Fairbairn and the Texans boot it down to the 3-yard line. Hardman, Taiwan Jones. That doesn't sound good as Mahomes again able to toss it quickly. Nice piece of running after the catch by Yelder.
So how about Tracy having to dodge the players and Bill O'Brien helping her out?
Yeah, he was there too.
High five, but get out of the way.
Scarlett trying to chase down Williams, who prevents. No Kelsey in for this snap. Houston with the jump, free play perhaps for the Chiefs, and it's Sammy Watkins running around in that secondary and still breaking free.
And this is just an offside.
Offside. Defense number 59. This penalty's declined. The play results in a first down.
You see 59 coming. Look at the eyes. They're left. It's because they're running the football.
Shawn McCoy going up top. And running with it is Mahomes. He scrambles again down to about the 10. He's got now.
Play. You rest Kelsey on plays. You're like, we're throwing the ball. They tried to play. They scored the touchdown onto the running back.
He had not been in on this entire series till this play, and it's a toss to Hill. And he's at the 8.
Starting to think there's something else going on.
Could be, as Mahomes is going to run out of the pocket. McKinney trying to get there in time. And Justin Reed.
Yep.
Here's a first and goal. Williams drives it in for the touchdown.
We talked about it earlier. They weren't great this year in the red.
Running right at
from a yard or two. I mean, every team in the league is like sending 8 people right there, and the Texans are like, wait, they ran it?
Gene, do you see a taunting or something here when he puts the ball down at the end?
If he does direct that ball and dropping toward his opponent, that's what they're discussing, and they'll call that unsporting and a taunting foul.
Or are they calling?
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, offense number 26. This is a foul where 2 of this type requires disqualification. Houston has chosen to enforce that foul on the kickoff. It's a touchdown.
It's the Raiders week 2. Butker's extra point is no good. One of the biggest legs in the game. And he shows it off here.
Wow.
Back to the goal line. From the 20 to the goal line. Carter's twisted down. Oh, Daniel got to him first. Flag at the line as Watson dances around. He can extend the play with the best of them, and he goes out.
Illegal formation. Offense number 77 was uncovered. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Here's first and 15. A completion out to the 30. Can Watson
touch the ball, a touchdown?
2nd and 6. And Hyde shuffling. Watson trying to get a chance to find someone fighting for his life, and he's going to be brought down.
Well, just watch. Watson's looking, and Matthew makes him think, and he falls all the way to the left, and Watson sees it and tries to run around and make a play. And what an outstanding job by Frank Clark.
Borderline desperate like they did early in this game, and he fumbled. He's back again. Fair catch signal this time. And he holds on to it at the 23.
He has a hamstring, right?
He's out there.
He's out there, but you got to pressure him now.
There's Mahomes getting set in the pocket, and look at Kelsey come right back onto the field and beat this defense and free himself from about 3 defenders and take the pile, sore hamstring and all. Kelsey with 3 catches that have gone for more than 20 yards. Ominahu from Houston jumped.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Just made it through the generations. It's good for once a year. Here's a handoff to Watkins. And Sammy Watkins to the 30.
Now watch him come up the middle there.
Sidearm pass. Robinson. 2nd and 6. Mahomes in zone hunting. And over the head of Hill and Reed. And there is a flag.
Pass interference. Defense number 21. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Yeah, Bradley Roby.
Watch the top of your screen. Oh, it's a shirt. I was watching him run down the field, and I'm like, he's...
At what point?
Be the last time. You need 4 or 5 men rushing on each play with a pressure.
Here's a first and goal. Watt, and he took a lunge at him. Didn't get him. Mahomes. And that is deflected. Here's a carry by Williams. And McKinney was there at the...
Little motion by Kelsey. Offsides on the defense. Whistle by the...
False start. offense, number 71.
Schwartz.
5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Does that take this unique?
Block 55, here's our play.
Here goes Mahomes, looking left, looking down the middle, weaving out of the traffic. Chase throws it to the back of the end zone, and the Texans, oh, hold on, we got another marker down.
Watch right here, that's a straight double team the whole time, and they're just holding him. When you have a double team, do you need to hold them? I mean,
before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense, number 41. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down.
11 and 3 touchdowns. Sits out this one. 1st and goal, Williams. He's in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
So we were talking, what should they do in the red zone? Everyone has to come up with all their cool coverages. Just run it right at them.
Second rushing touchdown. He caught another one. So 3 on the game. And Kansas City, which, as you pointed out, had struggled this year in the red zone, unlike a year ago, 6 for 6 today in the red zone.
And that's how many possessions? Getting in the playoffs and now bringing back the run right up the middle, just simple right, and something near 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he's playing a good football game. He has 24 points midway through the 3rd quarter.
They're down 16.
They're down 17. He's done a lot of great things in his career. This would be at the top of the list.
There's Hopkins. This drive now from the 46. Passanio coming after him. One cheek blocked another, and over the head of Hyde.
07.
2nd and 10. Good cut by Stills. Dives ahead for a 1st down. Got 2 catches for 15 yards today. Hyde slips out of a tackle, almost lost the football.
Would be very difficult, so at least 3 on this drive.
Here's Watson directing traffic and loading it up and going long and throwing it away.
I think everyone's coming here, and they are.
Here comes Clark. He steps away from him. Watson, sideline, and Hopkins got the feet down for the catch in the 1st at the 30.
You don't know who's coming. They pressure with 4 guys, but you don't know who's coming. And then Hopkins gets those feet down, and they're coming. You got to be calm and wait it out.
They go to Stills. Fenton on him. Stills throws at the last moment to Watson.
Looks to me like he had a knee, and they're trying to take a shot. Let's see, right? Yep. So,
down the sideline, and it is caught. That's Fuller down to the 5. Run to the short side. Watson, Hyde in front. He jumps over and in for the touchdown. That was a good block, too, by Stills on that side, as well as Hyde. Well, they led the convoy to the end zone for the 5-yard touchdown.
This out before. I mean, it's a touchdown. It's a great design play, but right there, and that ball comes out.
Oh, that is close.
I think he gets past first.
Touchdown.
Before. Let's bring Gene in. Go ahead, Gene. Take this one.
We
Thanks,
brought you
guys.
here for a reason.
You know what? All he has to do is maintain possession when that ball breaks the plane inside the pylon or over the pylon. And I think he does. It's really close, but right there, I think there's enough possession when it breaks the goal line, and I think touchdown's the right call.
Boy, it was. It was moving a little bit.
It was.
5 years ago, by the way, Tony, from the Dez catch game that Gene officiated up in Green Bay.
That's a great memory.
5 years ago. Yeah, I thought you.
Everything's basically even. It's just a play or two on a.
Here's Hardman. Mahomes, though, well protected. I mean, all kinds of time. And there's Kelsey. And then you give him that much time. You pointed it out. 3 touchdowns. Here's the jet sweep. Hardman for another 13.
Really hard to guard. They're better than most people. Like each guy individually is just really hard.
It's like Houston jumped. Pass pulled down. Sammy Watkins.
A zone defense.
Offside. Defense number 98. This penalty's declined. The play results in a 1st down.
Perfect in the red zone. 6 for 6. Mahomes with a touchdown pass to Blake Bell. He didn't have one all season, but he's got one in the divisional round.
Adams has him, and Bell just tricks him. He looked into the backfield. That's your guy, thinking he was going to block. See how he was in his stance?
Holmes now with 5 scoring passes, and Butker adds a first third down. Their second attempt at a third down, Robinson dropped it, so they had to punt both times. Since that time, Levi Stadium will be hosting next week's NFC title game. The winner of this one today coming up next. Here's a little pass over to Watson down the middle of the field. Perfect pass to Hopkins.
All the receivers, they're tough to stop. But obviously Kansas City has monster firepower.
Hyde, and that's Matthew. Double coverage down here on Hopkins, and it is dropped. Matthew had it. Hopkins. Pass tip and incomplete.
Want to make them work. Put everyone up there. Only rush 3 or 4 guys.
They're rushing 3 with a spy. Watson off his back foot. Way over the head of his target, Hopkins. In the merger of 1970 have been kept and beyond. So in 50 years, nobody's ever been that dominant in a streak. Third and second and fourth. There is Williams, untouched till he went out of bounds.
It's great for the league. A lot of young quarterbacks with a lot of talent. These two are right near the top of any of them, obviously.
Yep. Williams, again, he hasn't been touched until he gets to the 12. Could Mahomes throw for a 6th?
Yeah.
Now he's going to hand it off to Hill. And Cunningham shoves him out at the 10.
Here, and he's going to get rid of this quickly.
Ball's batted in the air. That even if you're chasing after him, you can figure out ways to create windows and alleys.
And he's right. It's rare. When you come after quarterbacks,
The franchise to the playoffs for the first time. Set up screen to Williams. In traffic, Williams. And he is going to be stopped. They actually get to a 4th down. Set a franchise record with 147 points. He puts up
a team that was just dominating for the last 12 games. And then come here into Kansas City, who just scored 51 at least. These teams are very, very good and very different.
Almost intercepted by Matthew. Divisional winners to go to the Super Bowl. That would be a first in a row. As Watson goes out of bounds after a gain of 7.
Possessions a game, sometimes 2 for a quarter in the second half.
Ball off the hands of Stills on 4th and 3. Out of the backfield, Johnson will keep him on the field. New set of downs for Houston. Down the middle and off the hands of Fells. Thrown up in the air as the edges.
Pass interference, defense number 32. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic, first down.
By the way, I mean, here's right here, Matthew holding on to the jersey.
Well, they pressured him, and that's what.
First down. Oh, and Fells. Ended both the first 2 drives.
It's almost a perfect game in a lot of ways.
Watson, that's another sack put up.
Brought the system, but these guys have to, the linebacker coach, the defensive backs coach, D-line. That's who teaches the players daily. And once they learn this system, they fly around like this. Because he does a lot of different things that make it difficult. Today, Houston can run the ball, so it minimized some of that.
4th and 2, Watson on the run, and it's incomplete. It was high. I mean, they beat a Buffalo team that had a great year.
Yes, they did.
They're going to be dangerous for a long time to go. Here's a handoff to Damian Williams. Into the NFL by Coach Cowher and the Steelers in 1997. That's Martin
Our producers still won't call that obvious.
Sounds like you're still hedging a little bit there too, partner.
And I think you're seeing them impose their will right now on teams, and they're just been more physical up front.
Going to be quite a matchup. That's Pringle down there
in the game. They came back in a quarter, right? And then it was probably
as Johnson takes it out to a bunt and kick the field goal.
That's 24-0, early second quarter, you're right, and then it just, the onslaught just began.
Yeah, I mean, right with the kick.
They did a great job this year. Just ran into a team that's...
Yeah, that's going to pick up a first down as we have...
ability of Patrick Mahomes. It's just a lot to deal with.
Dumps it off incomplete.
Coaching tree that people talk about, and I think for some people they need that Super Bowl.
Nice catch. That's Fuller.
Two big-time opponents who, we know one's Tennessee.
30-yard pass play to Fuller. Johnson tries to get out.
You know how that one team in New England, they're pretty good. They're still going to be good. I really believe that Bill Belichick's always going to figure a way out. Tom Brady's rare and crazy special.
On the sideline. To Fells.
In a playoff game, it's just, you're not winning.
Coming after him. He got it away. It's Taiwan Jones.
And they're not.
He points, he runs, he throws, and it is incomplete.
And that's what they'll be facing next week, Jim.
Toss, Hopkins, broken up by Ward. Here they do. Pass, incomplete.
To do here, don't look at me. I would never blitz right in this guy.
And here he comes. Here comes Clark. Clark gets him all the way back at the 25. He's down.
Well, Clark comes free because they're sending one more guy than you have. That's everybody, and he is see the speed. I mean, for someone to really get Watson down one-on-one with that much space shows you the ability. It's in once in week 6.
That's right. One of only 2.
Bill Walsh, 49ers versus the Giants.
Circulated down to the Crescent City with Hank Stram and company and Lynn Dawson. They won that Super Bowl 50 years ago yesterday, and now they're one game away from going back to the big game.
Early on in this game, we talked about having them go through a little adversity. Mahomes was out. Not quite as dominant people thought at stretches this year. Andy Reid stayed the course, kept everyone mind going forward, keep improving one game at a time. But that makes you mentally stronger. And they were down today 24-0, and they stayed with it.